One of the best and coolest shows I've still been a part of was actually back in 2008 when I was on tour with Nine Inch Nails for 5 or 6 months. The stuff that they came up with for that show still astounds me to this day. Like it was cutting edge at that point in time, and doing just so many things with motion tracking and light tracking and everything that they did on stage with the movement and the motion of the show, and the way that the entire show was really crafted to be a full flow together was fantastic. One of the other great shows that I loved was a couple of years ago, 2017, we did the global meeting for Nu Skin, and I had the privilege of being one of the technical directors on that show. And Mark Herring brought me into that show because he felt that my ability to solve problems and think on my feet and work hard to ensure that we were able to get the job done was imperative to what he needed to get done for that show. It was a massive show. It was an arena event, 15,000 people, and the last night we had Hans Zimmer perform with his full orchestra, and they took all of the different movies that Hans has written scores for, and with an 80-foot LED wall behind them, he performed an incredible bit of music from every single movie he's done, from Superman and from Jurassic Park and from Pirates of the Caribbean and from The Lion King, and you know, the list goes on. The third one, a scenic that was mostly projection. It was about 230 feet wide of projection. We were creating an experience for about 5,000 US Foods employees. And the reason that one sticks out in my mind, because it was the first time that I had been a lead technical director on a job of that size and scope in the corporate world. So for me, from a technical standpoint, we did some really cool stuff and made some really great pictures happen, and we incorporated pyrotechnics and projection and blending and projection and high resolution switching and great playback and great speakers and content and everything else. You know, we brought in a drone actually at that show, and they were showcasing some technology that US Foods was working on at the time to try and use drones to be able to pinpoint locational data and then utilize that for delivery and things of that nature. There was a lot of really cool stuff in there, but yeah, that sticks out from my mind, because for me, I walked into that originally being a little intimidated with the size and scope of the event, and then we pulled it off without a hitch. It was an absolutely perfect show, and everybody loved it. And so I would say that was probably one of the ones that goes on my list.